actually it all happened. So, welcome back to Melbourne 22. Now we have another history of Melbourne coming up where we take a ride on a City Circle tram. Let's have a look.
Want to enjoy the sights of Melbourne CBD and Docklands in a free and convenient way? Catch a ride on one of Melbourne's much-loved historic Route 35 trams. Commonly known as the City Circle tram, the route is serviced by the heritage wooden trams from the 1920s to 50s. Easily recognisable by their original livery of maroon or green and gold, these iconic W-class trams have been classified by the National Trust of Australia. The Route 35 loop takes passengers past Melbourne's major attractions, including Parliament House, Federation Square, Melbourne Aquarium and the Fitzroy Gardens. Operating in both directions of the loop, the City Circle also links with other tram services.
Next stop is Spring Street.
An audio commentary will point out the sights and the major stops. All you have to do is sit down and enjoy a free ride around Melbourne CBD.
So that's the City Circle tram, and it's great because there's an amazing history there.
And it's free.
And it's free. I mean, people who are coming into the city from overseas can just jump on a tram, cruise all the way around the CBD and see the sights.
Exactly.
And not get fines.
And it's got the nice voiceover so you can hear what everything's about. Like,
that package had a nice voiceover too. Who was that? Was that voice again?
Sexy voice.
Okay. Anyway, do you know about the 3T rules?
Trains and
Maybe?
trams and...
No. We hit the streets of Melbourne to investigate further.
On the 29th of December 2012, Melbourne said goodbye to the Metcard ticketing system forever and replaced it with Myki, now the only valid ticket for the 800,000 passengers who travel on Melbourne's trams, trains and buses every day. At an estimated cost of $1.5 billion over the past decade, its price tag is the world's biggest for a smart card ticketing system. Myki has also recently been introduced on V-Line services, where it will eventually replace alternative ticketing options. Although Myki proclaimed a certain number of benefits compared to the Metcard system, it is still causing confusion and displeasure among tourists and residents alike. Some benefits of the Myki system include the option to register the card online and the convenience of using the internet to top up the Myki and check the final credit. Although Myki can be topped up at all 7-Eleven stores, selected alternative retailers, all metropolitan train stations, selected major tram stops in the CBD and online, for suburban commuters that rely on the tram network, places to top up the Myki are few and far between. With a loss of short trip ticket options, difficulties with touching off due to faulty card readers on buses and at train stations, and the confusion over different prices for Myki Money and Myki Pass for off-peak travel, travel costs have not been reduced for users and in many cases have increased. Improvements are being made to Myki. New options such as auto top-up provide a solution to forgetful users, provided they are willing to allow the system to automatically debit funds from their credit cards. However, the overwhelmingly negative reviews of Myki suggest that there is still a lot of work to be done.
And this right here is the little card that all the fuss is about.
Are you a Myki lover? I see you have bought yours own in a concession.
No, this is not mine. Thank you for bringing attention to the fact that this is a concession and that it's probably not mine because I'm too old. But I appreciate that.
Sorry.
What are your experiences, Kate, with Myki? Have you had positive experiences?
Look, I'm not the best with technology as a whole. So actually, my little brother had to go and buy it for me online, and then I haven't had too many other issues, but as far as getting on the tram when it's down low, that's the thing I find the hardest. Like, because you can't top them up on the tram.
As in you're too short to reach the
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to be honest, For me, I think that as somebody who doesn't use public transport a lot, I think it's a massive scam because I always forget to touch off. So I always get charged more, and I think they're making a fortune out of that.
I think actually that's what I do, because I put $10 in and then the next minute it's $2.
Yeah, it's just like, oh great, I forgot to touch off. I think if they wanted to be honest with the system, that they should actually have sensors on the doors so that when you walked off, it scans you out. When you walk on, it can scan you on. And then there's not going to be any screw-ups unless you're an idiot who steps on the tram and then falls off and then jumps on again. Like, there's
so
not
for
going to
you,
be any
there might be some trouble.
Well, maybe. When I wear my special shoes and my helmet, I don't have any accidents. But other than that, we're okay. So we've put it out there. We want to know your opinion. We put it to Melbourne. So let's find out what the people of Melbourne think.
It's very hard to use. It's expensive.
Can't buy them on board.
A little bit confusing.
I also find it really annoying when I get off the bus and like 10 people are getting off. You've got to wait to tap off.
I would like to be able to top up it on tram.
Maybe I think there should be better, maybe monthly rates or something like that, because you don't really save that much, it feels like.
I really just think there needs to be more machines around.
Met card, you only need to validate the once, and then you're probably good for the rest of the day.
Sometimes it takes a long time for it actually to react, so if it was fast, it would be good.
It's just not very flexible either. I think some of the old Met cards were just as good.
I prefer tickets, the normal tickets before.
And right near my house, there's nowhere that I can top up the Myki.
Especially, that should be easier for people without language. And actually, fares are not very clear to me.
The people of Melbourne have spoken.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break, or will we?
We're treated to a live performance by Sue Chen, next on Melbourne 22.